Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And today, guys, I want to talk to you about something called this. Texting is a tool. Don't use it as a crutch. Okay? Now, we live in an amazing time in history. And, we had telegrams, we had, messages by horseback, we had whatever, right? Telephone, video chats, talking and communicating all over the world, and it's a relatively new technology, being able to contact anyone, anytime, anywhere. So the thing is, I think there's some benefits to texting. I text quite often, whether personal or professional, and it has there's a lot of benefits to it, right? And there's also some drawbacks, though. And I see it as a tool, like, you don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, all, people, don't like social media, or they're, this is terrible, it just brings out the worst in people, this and that. And it's a tool, okay? It's a tool that you can use for good or for evil, whatever you prefer, right? Now, it's an extension of you. So, when it comes to texting, the problem with just relying on text is that you're going to find yourself, or maybe people that just get into like text fights. And what happens is, a lot of times, is that sometimes people are called keyboard warriors, and they just hide behind the keyboard, and they're brave unless it's if it's in person or on the phone, they're not going to talk like that, whatever, right? So there's instances like that where people just hide behind the keyboard. I get that, but there's other times when you really somebody pretty well, and all of a sudden some texts start to get wacky, and you're like, or you take things out of context, or the person that was sending it, you don't hear their tone on a text, and you don't know the exact context, so that things can get lost in that way. And what happens is, usually then you might see that and get offended and respond with something a little bit, snarky, or, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, now you've got a little fight going on, right? And to avoid those situations, pick up the phone and just talk to the person, call them. If it's not a good time to talk, then you can find another time or set up a time, say, hey, I think we might be misunderstanding each other. Just keep a level head, and give them the benefit of the doubt instead of, crucifying them, so to speak. Because at the end of the day, it takes a long time to build trust, a relationship, and there's no need to have to backpedal and then apologize and try to, work it all out. The best thing you do is, as quickly as possible, get them on the phone, or say, hey, can we meet in person? And a lot of times, any type of tension and or misunderstanding can get quickly remedied, right? Now, there are times, of course, when there's going to be a war, and it's just going to be what it is, because there was no misunderstanding, and there's a battle going on. But in that case, it's still better to do so in person or on the phone. Now, I will say this: there are times where it's a real complicated situation, and sometimes people aren't good with their words, audibly, verbally. So to collect their thoughts and to come from a place of calm, it's better to sit down and craft a text, or an email, a letter, whatever it is, and communicate that way, or at least on some level, to do so in that way. So yeah, it's interesting, you guys. But remember, it's a tool, okay? And you shouldn't just rely on it all the time. You want to have a relationship. And so, thankfully, I'm not saying text is of the devil and it's the worst thing and it's ruining relationships. It's a tool, and it is very useful, and it just should be used as such, so that you can always communicate. Or if you need to communicate and you can't necessarily get them on the phone, or they're at work, or they're in a meeting or something, it conveys information really fast. And sometimes, it can be a good way to express your feelings if you're not good in person or on the phone, or you're a little shy or timid about something. So like, share, subscribe, you guys. Hopefully that helps. So text is fine, but watch your thumbs. They're going to fall off. You keep going like you're going. All right, guys, take care.